Hey Gummy Bears, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be looking at the interview that Derrick Jaxn put up with his wife. Well, it wasn't really an interview. I guess him and his wife just sat down and decided to make a YouTube video and go live, and talk to people. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. If you are new here, I need you to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and become a gummy bear, because who wouldn't want to be a delectable treat? And for all of my returning gummy bears, you already know the drill. Like this video and talk to me in the comments, because there's going to be a lot to talk about, okay? So let's get into this video. So before we start this video, child, I'm pouring me something to drink. Don't judge my ice cubes. I didn't have time to chill my wine. I wanted to hurry on and come on and do this video. So we putting ice cubes in the wine today. So we're going to be drinking this today from Cooper's Hawk. It's the passion fruit wine. It's a local winery here in St. Louis. Amazing. First off, how you gonna dress somebody? You addressing the people. You look nice. You look put together, and your wife look like she literally just rolled out of bed. Like, we see the stress and the hurt all over your body.
Casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise...
He's saying all of his wrongdoings while he hold his wife's hand. That bad.
People that I've had a previous encounter with, but without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took. And definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly.
She just looks so like she done checked out.
First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be accountable to my wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. And then secondly,
you didn't stand by them, but you did it.
Platform, preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that for any amount of time or any length of time to any.
That's why he always doing these videos in his car, because he talking about himself.
In this situation, need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jaxn's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised and what trauma, whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification.
Right.
Made that bed
and you should have did this video by yourself. You kept your wife hid all this time. You should have kept her hid for this video. How you do something and she got to help you do damage control? How that work?
You guys, let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yeah, so I do want to just add that I agree with what you just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. And it was
he holding that hand tight. Don't make one wrong move.
Tolerate moving forward. And when I've been flooded again with messages and these things and about, I need to leave or why haven't I left? And the answer is, when I found out about it, I left. I did not hesitate or waste time to do so. And
where did you go? Because you're sitting right here on the couch with him now. What? Helping him do the dirty work. Because this is to sell. He got to keep selling them books. She ain't stupid now. He got to keep bringing in money for the family.
A shift and a change in his mentality and how he carried himself and how he presented himself and conversations that we were able to have that we had never been able to have in just 12 years of knowing each other. And when we were able to have these dialogues, we said, okay, Lord, this is something that you've had your hand on. And this was with me being completely removed from his life. And him pursuing God, continuing to pursue God, and continuing to eliminate.
Hold up, let's pause. When he get religious, I never really heard him talk about God for real. Okay, let me keep looking.
Led up to the catastrophe that you guys are seeing for the first time. So there's nothing out there right now that is information that I don't already know about or haven't known about. And so this is not something that is new. We have moved forward from it. We have gotten counsel for it and continue to do so. He is still continuing to pursue God and continuing to seek guidance and wise.
So that's I came back because this is giving me very much Paige and Christie's from Married at First Sight. That's what it's giving. God didn't ordain this, baby. God didn't ordain your husband to cheat on you, and that's just that on that. Not how he should have found Jesus before he found his way into another woman's vagina.
I have no hurt, no shame about that. And it's only because of the grace of God and the mercy of God. And we have already turned a new chapter in this story. We are continuing to move forward, and we are just now sharing that with you all. And I forgave him, and most importantly, God has first forgiven him, and I also forgive the others as well. And with that, we are free and moving forward. So that's all I have.
And I get it. Some of y'all, like, this may come as a huge shock, probably a huge disappointment. I let a lot of you down. If you've had a perspective shift on who Derrick is, hopefully it's away from anything remotely close to perfection, and it's simply that, I am a human, and that does not justify anything that I did. But I don't want anybody out there to be putting me on a pedestal. If you did, and I hate that you did that. Maybe I gave you cause for that, and I apologize.
Maybe I gave you cause for that.
I'm saying, Derrick, I don't ever listen to you again. It's totally understandable.
You done made 55,000 videos talking about what type of man to avoid, like you the perfect man. That's the cause right there.
For those who are going to continue to support, man, I appreciate you like never before, because I know it's not going to be easy going forward.
It's not going to be easy going forward.
Still fresh and attached to my name. But for everybody out there, if you get nothing else from what I've ever said over the last 9 years or right here in this video, please get this. Nothing is right until it is right with God. Nothing works until it comes.
Oh, he's totally a changed man. I'm lying, but he totally don't bring God in this mess. God did not help you with this, sir. It was the devil.
Your own values. You have to have the grace of God to break free from certain things, to stay away from certain things, to not operate from your lowest self, whatever it may be. And it's because it's really only by God's grace that we're even able to be here on this video, holding hands. Well, like a year ago, 7-8 months ago even, I couldn't see this happening. I thought it was over, and I already had begun establishing my relationship with God. But that's the fruit of bringing things in alignment with God.
He didn't turn into a pastor.
Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
That's a result of getting out of alignment with doing things God's way. So that's where I stand. That's where we stand. And again, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Okay, so that was a bunch of BS. But apparently they did a live as well. So I'm going to look at that too, because that's where most of the debauchery went down. So are we going to Kevin Hart route? Like, I did an offense and I'm going to just drag my wife and I'm going to do it right here and make money off of it? Like, come on now. Let's look at this live.
YouTube is now on here too.
Hi, YouTube. How y'all doing?
God will humble you So a lot of people were asking, like, you know, last year, why no videos? You're going weeks, you're going months without posting and anything like that. 2020, for some people it was a pandemic, but for me, it was my lowest year because it was like a reckoning with getting so far into this path that God really has called me to be, but not doing it in God's way. And
so he jumped all the way into the religious role.
I lost my wife, I lost my children, and it was really what I needed though, because I mean I believe in this, I believe in that, but it's just like, okay, D, well, if that's not translating into action in that regard, you need to, one, prioritize that, and two, you need to change your tone whenever you're talking, because you're a product of grace to even be this far in what you're doing.
Okay, I had enough.
For years or whatever of doing it.
I had enough. So I went ahead and looked at the rest of this live off camera, and I have never just been so disgusted in my life. Like, literally, you have broken this person down. Like, he probably loved her, but he don't have no respect for her. Like, first off, if you wanted to keep your wife private, you should have kept her private, because it's upsetting me and my homegirls that you want to bring her out once you in deep doodle. That's not how you do it. Then it's like, I feel like he get joy out of this. Like, look what I done did. I done broke somebody. Like, she's literally trying to justify everything that he done did. And then he done pull, oh, well, she's done things too. But we not talking about what she did. She didn't get caught. We talking about what you did. And you built your whole platform off of trying to teach women what type of men to avoid. And obviously it's you. You got so much good advice to give because you doing it. Like, where they do that at? I don't understand. And then she like, I left. He like, when did you leave? He didn't even know you was gone? Like, I really don't know what to say. Like, sis, go start your own YouTube channel. If you gonna get paid for your pain, get paid for your pain. Don't let it be he getting paid for your pain, because this is ridiculous. Like, it's giving me very much Paige and Chris from Married at First Sight. Like, oh, God has ordained this. God don't tell you to sit in the house and get cheated on. God ordained for another woman to be in your bed. Did he ordain for another woman to be taking pictures of your husband in y'all bed while you in Colorado with the kids? When did you leave, sis? Then you said, oh, well, I told him when we were together, if he cheated again, that was done. Then he cheated again when we were married. I told him if he cheated again, that was done. He done cheated on you 15 more times since then. When are you going to be done? Okay. But, I mean, that's her husband. They have kids together. I don't know what else to say, but this is a mess. This ain't though. This is amazing. So, Gummy Bears, that is all we have for this clown show that I just watched. This debauchery that I just watched. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you've seen the video, what was your feelings on it? Or are you still going to support Derrick or Derrick Jaxn? Like, what's how you feeling about it? Talk to me in the comments. And while you at it, hit the subscribe button and become a gummy bear. Because I'm going to treat you right. Be a gummy bear and be a delectable treat, okay?